Hello everyone, it's Andy with the Pixel Pub, and I'm here with my top 10 PS2 games. Alright, starting at number 9 is a game that I was very much looking forward to because it's basically a semi-sequel to one of my favorite games on the GameCube, and that is Tales of the Abyss. I played Tales of Symphonia a billion times, and that was the first Tales game that I played, and so any sequels that were coming after it were going to be on my radar for forever. And I believe the next game that came out was Tales of Legendia, which sucks ass. I hated that game. I still have it down there somewhere, I think. Yeah, there it is. Piece of trash. But I did some research on it at the time and found out, that wasn't made by the same people, same studio that made Tales of Symphonia. Tales of the Abyss was going to be the next game that the studio that made Tales of Symphonia was going to make. So this game came out when I was in college, and I actually have a story about that. I didn't have any money, but my mom gave me a Walmart gift card to use because I was living out in Florida by myself. And I hated going to Walmart because the traffic in Orlando, Florida was crazy, so I just didn't go that often. That gift card sat in my wallet for forever, so bad that it got super scratched up. So when Tales of the Abyss came out, I was like, I'm going to use that gift card and go pick up this game. So I went to go get it, knowing that the gift card had like $30 on it or something that wasn't the game's cost. And I stood at the electronics counter with the lady swiping the card a billion times and it wouldn't read because it was all scratched up. So she had to get a supervisor over there. They had to call a phone number, all this stuff, key in a bunch of stuff. Eventually, a receipt printed it out. They handed me the receipt. I had my debit card ready to go to pay the rest of it because I know it wasn't covered the whole thing. And I said, I guess that's it. And they're like, yep. And I walked out that store like I stole it because I did not pay full price for this game at the time. But anyway, that's an aside. But yeah, Tales of the Abyss is great. It's still not as good as Symphonia, but it still has the same fun battle system. Still has great music. Still has fun characters. I even liked it so much about the 3DS version a few years ago too. But yeah, Tales of the Abyss is great. Okay, number 9. I don't know if y'all can tell, but I am a wrestling fan. And there's a wrestling game on this list, and that's Smackdown. Here Comes the Pain. I have 3 of the Smackdown games. 4. I got 4 WWE games on the PS2. But this one was the best by far, and that is because of the story mode. Basically, the story mode in this game is endless. Once you win the title at WrestleMania, whatever, you can keep going. Keep feeding you different storylines. Well, I mean, it's kind of the same cookie cutter stuff over and over again, but it's with different people. But I just played the holy snot out of it. One of my biggest gripes with the game, though, was in the story mode, it puts you in a lot of tag team matches. And if you try to pin your opponent, your opponent's partner will be like, hey, I'm going to go break up that pin. And he'll do it 100% of the time. So I can give you a pro tip right now. I played as a creative character. Give your creative character finishers that are submissions. For whatever reason, the partner AI just will sit there and watch his partner being the fucking sharpshooter all day. He'll just whatever. I guess I lost. I could have broke that up, but I didn't. But yeah, you're gonna be the sharpshooter all day, bitch. Okay, number 8 is Jak and Daxter: The Precursor Legacy. This is the next little platformer from Naughty Dog. Same people made Crash Bandicoot on the PlayStation. I bought into the hype of this game with this kind of big, seamless open world that you can go through. There's no specific levels. You can just wander into a new biome, and now you're in the lava level, or now you're on the beach, now you're in the mountain area with the lava. I already said lava. Anyway, now you're in the jungle. Stuff like that. And man, it works. Naughty Dog, they rarely miss. Jak and Daxter was a very fun platformer, very colorful. Lots of variety in the gameplay. You can ride around your little helicopter jet ski thing. Not a helicopter, like a plane. Got a propeller on it. But yeah, it's fucking awesome. I need to pick up. I never played this 2 and 3. I heard they're different. I need to play them sometime, and I need to pick up the HD version so I can try it out on the big TV one day. Okay, number 7 is actually an 8. That is Dragon Quest VIII, Journey of the Cursed King. This was my first Dragon Quest game. I got bought into the hype of it with looking at the videos of it on the internet. The graphics were insane at the time, just looking like a fucking Akira Toriyama art just come to life. It was amazing. This game was one of the first games I ever played. Like the dream of playing something like Final Fantasy VII or any RPG before this, where you would wander the world and everything would be to scale. Like you can see the town over there, and you're the same size as it. All the trees like are the same size as you. You're not this gigantic tile moving around this world where you're basically the same size as everything else. It felt so immersive at the time, and it only gave way to stuff like the open worlds we have now, The Witcher 3 and Skyrim and all the other stuff. This was kind of the beginning of it for me, where I was just like, man, I love this. Let me just be in this world for forever. And the battle system's fun, very simple, very Dragon Quest don't change a lot, so even though the Dragon Quest 9 is very different. But wait a minute, no, it's not. What? But yeah, one gripe about this game that I have, well, it's not higher up on the list, is that towards the end it gets hard as balls. I was like, what the fuck? Okay, number 6, it's God of War 2. This is a very, very late era PS2 game. I believe it came out like the same month as the PS3 or a little bit afterwards. But man, it's still a showcase for how much of a powerhouse PS2 was at the time. This game fucking looks amazing. The music's amazing. The battles are amazing. It's just, it was Sony figuring out their strategy of just what they still do to this day, of just like these fucking big bombastic single player games that cost a lot of money and look very expensive, but a lot of people buy them, and me included. And I was in line and sinker for God of War 2, just like I was 1, but God of War 2 is better in my opinion. Probably the best of the 3 original trilogy. But yes, God of War 2 is awesome. Okay, number 5 is Guitar Hero 2. Now, does this game still hold up? Probably not. There are a billion other better rhythm games, but my God, it's the first one I played, and I played the absolute snot out of it. I didn't have any money at the time to be buying a PS2 game and a big plastic guitar that came with it, but I did anyway, and boy howdy, there was some late nights of just playing Guitar Hero, so much so that my vision would change. Like I would try to walk down the stairs of my house and I'd have to like grab the railing because for some reason the floating note highway would just fuck with my eyes and make everything seem like it was moving in that certain way. But yeah, this is a like seminal game. Like this is like a king shit game. It's one of them. Like I didn't play the first Guitar Hero. I don't think a lot of people did. I think Guitar Hero 2 is where it really took off. This is like the bedrock for every rhythm game afterwards. It's fucking amazing. Okay, number 4 is a 4. It's Persona 4. Shin Megami Tensei Persona 4. I'm going to tell you right now the reason why this game is not higher up on the list is because I didn't play it when the PS2 was a current going thing. I played it recently, very recently. And just for that reason, I had to drop it a few spots. But man, this game is great. If you're out there and you say, I really like Persona 5, should I go back and play Persona 4? Yes! Fucking unequivocally, yes. It is, to me, it has a better story. I think in my older age, I'm finding out I like murder mysteries, like whodunit type shit. And that's what this is. People are dying. You and your group of high school friends need to go inside the TV and figure out why. And that's what you do. And you hang out with people. You do your social links. It's great. It's got great music. I got the soundtrack on vinyl. It's fucking amazing. It's got great art. It's got great style. It's awesome in every way. But there are 3 games I played more when the PS2 was a going concern. So that's why that's number 4. And Persona 4, why not? All right, we're entering the top 3 here. And number 3 is SSX Tricky. Now, when this game first came out, I completely ignored it. I just knew I had the first SSX, and I thought it was fine. And I just knew this one was basically the same game, but they added like 2 new tracks and a bunch of crazy characters and had them voiced by different celebrities like fucking, what's his, Eddie? He's voiced by David Arquette. former WCW champion. But yeah, so I completely ignored it. I actually got this from Blockbuster Video. You can't see it, but it's faded out on the back. That's where I got my copy from, after it had been out for a while. But no, it's not just the same game, but with extra stuff. They completely reworked the trick system, and it's fucking awesome. I can't tell you how many nights me and my friends would stay up playing this game, just fucking having score attack stuff going on. It's fucking awesome. It's hard to explain how wild it is just watching you rack up points and points and points and just doing all the Uber tricks and the Tricky and all this other stuff. It hits all the fucking nerves in your head of just the cool things. I guess it's like a slot machine. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, this SSX Tricky is awesome. They need an HD remaster. Okay, number 2 is a game I talked about here recently, and that's Final Fantasy XII. It was in number 2 on my top 10 Final Fantasy games. Number 2 on my top 10 PS2 games, as a matter of fact. And for all the same reasons, it still holds up. It's a great game. It had great graphics at the time. It had a fun, kind of way different battle system from the rest of the games, where you're creating the gambits and you can make your little automaton little characters like, go do this. Like, if my HP falls below 30%, cast Cure, or if the enemy's close by, cast Blind, or whatever. You can make them do all sorts of stuff that you want them to do. I actually have a distinct memory of this game that I didn't mention in the Final Fantasy video. When I got this game, I actually got it for Christmas the year it came out, but I was unemployed, and there were definitely days where I spent pretty much all day playing this game. I remember there was one specific day where there's this area in the desert, and I actually found it in the HD version too. I was like, man, where's that area at? It's in the desert where you're like kind of above ground a little bit. You're on these like pipe things. They have these steel catwalks in between all of them. You can go down into the sand, you can go up and all this other stuff. And I just found this pathway in between 2 save points. I think one of them healed you. And I just ran back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth between the 2 save points, just grinding and grinding and grinding for like 8 hours straight. And this game had a weird system of getting items. They basically, like, you would get better item drops from enemies based on your chain of like how many enemies you killed, and the number would keep going up and up and up. And like when an item would drop from an enemy, it would be like a little bag. And when they got better, they'd be like a little green sphere, a little blue sphere, or whatever. I can't remember the exact what they were, but towards the end, once you got the biggest chain that are dropping the best items, they were basically just dropping gigantic golden suns down onto the ground, and you would pick them up, and they would heal you. They would refill your MP, and they give you a bunch of items. It was fucking nuts. Final Fantasy XII is awesome. Please play it. Okay, before I get to number 1, I just want to say that I do feel like I have a pretty kind of nice mixed list of genres. I really like RPGs. I really like rhythm games. I really like action games, stuff like that. And I even got a wrestling game in there. So what could possibly be number 1? You might be asking yourself. Well, I'll tell you right now, it's Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. I don't think there's any game, RPG or not, that I played more of on the PlayStation 2 than Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. I had multiple characters completely maxed out on stats. Fucking unlocked all the videos, all the bonus characters. Wolverine, I think Darth Maul was in there. The cop, the bum. Just fucking endless fun. This game is amazing. Like, still when I put it in and play it, I just get like goosebumps, like hearing the music and seeing like the Canada level or the suburbs or whatever. It was amazing. They just the feel of this game, just they never found it again. I don't think. I played a little bit of 4 and I bounced off of it real fast. I just didn't really like it that much. And even in the recent HD remasters of Tony Hawk's 1 and 2, I was like, man, this is good, but they need to do 3. They have not done 3. Maybe even with Microsoft wanting Activision now, maybe they'll get that deal back in and remaster 3. I'll fucking be there day 1. But just, this is the pinnacle of the mountain for the PS2, for Tony Hawk, for sports games. Yeah, fuck it. All sports games. Fuck football. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. That's the number 1 on my PS2 list. Okay, that's it. That's my top 10 PS2 games. The PS2 has a gigantic library, and a lot of the games I have not played. I just know what I have played that I really liked. So just please let me know in the comments any games that I missed, so I can give them a shot, see if I like them or not, see if they'll make the top 10. Maybe I'll be doing a revised list. I don't know. I just know that there's a billion PS2 games that only have like, I don't know, 50 or 60. I'm not sure. But yeah, so that's me. That's Andy from the Pixel Pub, and I'm saying peace out.